Good morning. I wanted to share with you some of the things that I've learned about using pre-assigned breakout rooms in Zoom. Most of it's pretty self-explanatory, but there are a few things that aren't necessarily obvious, so I just wanted to show those to you. First of all, you need to do this in the Zoom web interface, so after you get logged in, let's go ahead and schedule a new meeting here. All of the things that you normally do with this, you need to set, your security and things like that. All right. Then down here under meeting options, you'll find breakout rooms pre-assigned. Now you have two options to do it. You can do it right here on the web interface using the create rooms or import from CSV. I don't recommend using it on the web, but you can. I just show you a couple things. You would create a room. You'd look for someone who's in the Emory contacts, and then you can choose them there. Very tedious with a large number of students. Also, really, I can't spell here, my own name. One disadvantage is that you cannot rename the rooms. And now it seems like a small thing, but I'll mention something about that here in a moment. Okay, so you can do that. Again, I have found that to be fairly cumbersome. Instead, I import from CSV. So if you click on that, it'll bring this up. You can download the template file. It's a very simple comma separated values file. I have an example of it here. First two column headers need to stay the same, so don't change those. As you can see, I got really creative here for my summer class, and I just named them with elements. Now, I have found that it's far easier to have named rooms when I have students calling me and asking me to come to their room. This just lets me remember, okay, I need to head to room fluorine and then room nitrogen as opposed to room 5 and then room 7. I don't know why, it just makes no sense to me. The other thing is, and these are nonsense emails here, but what I did is I used both the shortened email and the extended email, so from Emory, so their net ID as well as their longer one, just in case they used one versus the other in their accounts. I don't know that I'll bother with that in the fall, but it was great for the summer. You can download the emails from Canvas or from Opus or wherever you can get them for your class, and then you can just put them in here. And it's real easy here, right? I can just edit this and I can change somebody. So I've now moved them to a new room. I just save this file, and then I can just re-upload it at any time. All right, so once you're over here, you can just drag it over. So I'm going to drag over my file, and now you have an opportunity if you want to. You could change some things around at this point, but I just usually let it go. All right, so then let's go ahead and save our meeting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start the meeting because I want to show you a couple of things that happen that are a little bit odd as the meeting is running. All right, so I'm going to pause now so I can join the meeting a second time. Okay, we're back. So I've gone ahead and I'm hosting the meeting. I've also joined it from my phone. And so if you go to the breakout rooms, you'll see a list of the rooms that you have and students that are here. Now, one of the things that makes really absolutely no sense about how Zoom does the breakout rooms is that when you, as the host, join the meeting, it then takes everyone in the meeting and moves them into their rooms. But what that means is that if anyone joins the meeting after you, they won't be sent to their breakout room or assigned to it, even if they have the list or they're listed in your CSV file. It's very simple to get around, just that when you go to send students to the rooms the first time, you need to go to this Recreate button and choose Recover to Pre-assigned Rooms. That'll then slot everybody in the meeting at that time into their room. And normally it would show up with students here, but I use just fake emails. One other thing I would recommend is go ahead and click on this Options tab before you open the rooms to really look at what you want to do here. Because there's a couple options to think about. I like to move them into the rooms automatically so they don't have to join, it just goes. Another one is, I think by default, this breakout rooms closing automatically after 7 minutes is set. This is annoying. If you want to go over 7 minutes, you cannot extend it while the meeting is running. Everybody gets moved into the main session and then sent back out. So I would unclick this. The other thing is that I changed the countdown to closing to be 30 seconds. So when I close the rooms, it doesn't take too long to get everybody back, but it lets them say a few final things to their colleagues in the room. So I found that the 30-second works pretty well. Okay, so I've got my rooms here. Now, I'm not yet assigned to a room, so my second phone. So as you can see, I can click on a room, and anyone who's unassigned is going to show up here. They actually usually appear at the top, too. So you can do that. So I'm just going to assign that my second account here. So we're there, and the option comes to open all rooms. Okay, so on my phone, I just got sent into that breakout room. Now, something else that I found very useful is this broadcast message to all. So I can say, students, hello, 1 more minute on this question. And it's a way to kind of do that, and then it just pops up on their screens and has that. So it's a good way to kind of monitor what's going on. The other option is, or the other thing is, students have the option to ask for help. So let me see if I can make this work. I can click on that. I can say invite the host, and you get a message that says I've been invited to room sodium. And I can either join that room right away, or I can say later, which sends them a message that says the host is currently helping others. Please try again later. I usually just try to remember that. But it would just move me into that room if I needed to. So I can go ahead and show you that. So I'd say join the breakout room. It takes me over. Now, one thing I would say is if you are recording your meeting, please remember to turn off the recording before you start jumping from room to room. Otherwise, each of those rooms will be recorded in the presentation that you put forward. Okay? So then I can just go ahead and choose to leave the room. And you just choose leave breakout room. Don't end it for everybody. That's a problem. I did that once. And there you go. And so the other thing is, if I look at my breakout rooms tab, I can choose to close the rooms for everyone. And then this countdown timer starts, and it tells me everybody's got 30 seconds. And they can stay for a while, or they can come back. And then once everybody's back, it goes back to this. All right? So it's pretty straightforward. The main things are remembering setting up the emails beforehand and recreating the room before you send them out. I will say if anyone loses their Wi-Fi or drops out of the meeting, when they come back in, you'll have to assign them to their rooms again. I didn't find it happens very often, but just be aware of that. Okay? If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I'm happy to help out, and good luck with your classes this semester.